Hi everybody. In today's video, I'll be sharing 10 tips for traveling alone in Barcelona. If you've never been to Barcelona before, hopefully you'll be convinced to book a trip there after watching this video. I personally love my time in Barcelona and think it's the perfect city for a solo traveler. My first tip for a solo trip to Barcelona is to plan ahead. There is lots to see and do in Barcelona, especially if this is your first visit, and some attractions require you to book tickets online in advance. So before you arrive, make a quick list of everywhere you'd like to visit and check their website to book your tickets in advance. My second tip is to book the earliest time available at Park Guell. They open to tourists at 9:30 a.m. and that's when you'll want to arrive. The later it gets, the busier it gets, and this park is best experienced without the crowds. And bonus tip when traveling alone in Barcelona, don't forget to bring your tripod so you can get some photos. My third tip for your Barcelona solo trip is to get your photos of La Sagrada Familia from the park across the street. From this location, you can get the full view of the cathedral with a small pond in the front. If you can, arrive just after sunrise and you'll mostly have the place to yourself. I recommend moving your tripod around a bit to experiment with the angles, but here are some examples of what I came up with. My fourth Barcelona solo travel tip is to save the beaches for a weekday. When the weather is nice on a weekend, the beaches in Barcelona get packed. While the beaches are beautiful every day of the week, you'll have a more peaceful experience on a weekday. It will be quieter, you'll have more space, and the restaurants lining the beach will most likely have space to seat you. My fifth tip for you is to book your hotel in the Gothic Quarter. The Gothic Quarter is a beautiful historic neighborhood named for its Gothic architecture. This is where you'll find many of Barcelona's most popular attractions like the Barcelona Cathedral and Picasso Museum. It's also where you'll find many of the city's best restaurants and tapas bars. Staying in the Gothic Quarter will cut down on your walking a bit and put you in close proximity to the things you most likely want to see. For number 6, I'm recommending you book a visit to Gaudi's Casa Mila at night so you can see the rooftop light show. First, because it's a unique and fun way to see this Gaudi property, and second, because I know as a solo traveler, sometimes the evenings can get a little lonely, and this will give you something interesting to look forward to at night. After the tour and rooftop light show, you get to take this cool stairwell down to a beautiful courtyard where you'll get to enjoy a few glasses of cava, which is sort of like the Spanish version of champagne, which you can sip on while admiring the view here and mingling with your fellow travelers. My seventh tip for traveling alone in Barcelona is to visit Gaudi's Casa Batllo in the morning as soon as it opens. You'll need to book your ticket ahead of time and pay a little extra for the first arrival time, but it's totally worth it to see this place without the crowds. Casa Batllo is actually one of my favorite experiences in Barcelona, and I highly recommend you don't skip this one. I selected the audio tour and like being able to move at my own pace. At the end of this tour, there's a light and sound show, which was a bit unexpected, but was really cool. My eighth solo travel in Barcelona tip is to not skip seeing the inside of La Sagrada Familia. I know if you're a frequent traveler, sometimes you feel you've seen enough cathedrals and churches in your life, but I promise you, this is not the one to skip. As you can see, the interior is unique and absolutely stunning. What I love most was the use of stained glass to create the colorful light beams shining through the basilica. My ninth tip for traveling solo in Barcelona is to put effort into speaking the local language. As with anywhere, when you travel, a little effort to learn the local language goes a long way. It makes it easier to connect with locals and, of course, to meet new people and make new friends. And finally, we come to number 10, which is to book a local food and wine tour. Not only is a food tour a fantastic way to try the local cuisine and learn about the local culture, but it's also an excellent way to meet fellow travelers. I look at booking an evening food tour as sort of a built-in night out with friends in a new city. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more solo travel tips and adventures. Thank you.